very big pickup for him, especially when he was in the EULCS/LEC. Can't remember what it was called when he was in it. But him and Stro there are definitely operating under comfort right now. I liked that Poppy hover, but it's going to be the Jax, ridiculously strong champion, playing through Cozy, gave back to the game their best early game advantages, though it didn't necessarily translate into those wins today. They're going to try to make sure that it does as Cozy goes up into RoboCop in a Bruiser v Bruiser matchup.
Going a lot better for ENTROPIQ than I would have thought. I think my initial impression was there was going to be quite a lot of high pressure, but as you said, the barrier utilization. But we talk about the top lane being aggressive. RoboCop is down. First blood, ShazQ.
Yep, first blood to ShazQ on that top. So we talked about the top side play, that back to the game. Back to the game, they're looking to just get an escort in. They'll win overall, but Maokai's got a flank.
Oh, I have paused at the moment, but hopefully we're going to be able to get that one back in a second, because it looks like Schroeder's in trouble, but I imagine he's just going to phase shift out. However, Maokai might be the target they turn onto here.
Yeah, or maybe Schroeder turns on, maybe he just eats... who knows? Who knows what happened?
Oh, okay, what happened? Okay, Maokai did die, so we were correct.
Oh, no! Right,
Maokai
so
going down there. It was a trade though for a quarter, but they're looking for more. The double up is just enough, and Denk gonna go down. And I feel like Schrode kind of needs to get out of there. I feel like maybe there's not enough pressure. I think they will just leave this one be, and Schrode are gonna be the last one alive.
They have the timing on the Maokai death, so they have a more about the girth rather than the length.
Well, we'll find out right now as the fight is happening on the bot side. So he's going to be hooked in, and Lothar dishing out a lot of damage. That is not being replied. Bullet time over the top. He's going to leave Denk on an island, and that little bit of damage from Brand will be enough to clean up both kills.
See, all those women were correct. Listen to women, guys. There you go. Lothar coming out on top there. The BF sword first, but you are seeing the longsword turn into the component items that he wants to build into, as you're able to make good use of that. You used to do like 5 longsword starts on Vi as well, because way back in the day in Season 4 when she would just build full damage, you could turn those into multiple different components. Christopher was able to get the lean first, Cozy able to get the crasher on top side, full Grubs takedown for back to the game, and yet that's not enough for them. Look at Nortris on bot.
Oh, the plays on bot side not going well for Spooky. Tried to get something back for the Grub trade, but will just be giving over his life. So back to the game once again, stepping forward once more. More leads, more secured, and more turmoil, I guess, for ENTROPIQ.
So want to see this confident version of back to the game. Do they just opt in for those fights? Do they opt in for those baits? Does that get them the win? And how would that potentially change the dynamics of a rematch with Z10? And if this is back to the game's form here, how do ENTROPIQ adapt to that in Game 2?
And are we maybe surprised Derek hasn't been roaming so much? I feel like the Ezreal, Rakan lane... Oh, okay, kill onto many as well as Sisyph going to pick that one up. But I'm surprised that we're not seeing more rotations from Denick, given the fact that it's the Ezreal plus the Rakan accord. Going a little bit too aggressive there. Will be paying it with his life, as we do see Denick able to get themselves away. But Lothar still with a lot of pressure onto Schroeder.
Absolute ton of pressure. Like, he's just picking up plates in front of him.
Maybe too far, though. Maybe too far. Lothar didn't
the barrier again!
Oh, no! Schroeder with the play.
Yeah. Not quite able. But he is 26 CS ahead, bro. That's kind of good, given that he got killed really early on, actually. I wonder what that lead would be like if he didn't get the death early. I think he'd be significantly further ahead than he is right now. Cozy himself seems like works well with people like ShazQ, as you're seeing here on your screen. Goodbye, RoboCop.
Oh, or maybe eventually not. Didn't get the Pyroclasm second bounce, so okay, there we go. 1 auto with it.
They have that. If you pick all ninjas, then your ninjas do 1 less damage.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it's actually a problem if you do that.
Yeah.
So don't go all ninjas, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Because ninjas are better alone.
I like that.
That's the law reason. So if you pick a Carly Shen, job done.
Oh, this is actually a little bit promising for ENTROPIQ here. Gonna go aggressive. We'll be able to get the first pick onto Accordia, but will it follow up? Because Cozy going in aggressive, definitely very threatening. Will force back ENTROPIQ a little bit.
She's on the tier 3 on bot lane. Corki's had to move back to try to defend, almost gets the inhibitor turret down. Could be an inhibitor opening up before the Baron's taken. Sisyph now leading 2 away, but that means back to the game have the full signal to go and
double TP, bullet time over the top. Spooky in trouble. Will be able to get themselves a decent amount of distance. Soul Point is going to be going down. It's taken. The Cloud is picked up, and here's the dive from the backline. Manny and Robocop able to just obliterate multiple carries from back to the game, and that could actually be Baron for Entropiq. And it feels like they're just biding time, which, to be fair, can work, but I guess you're essentially just saying, well, we're going to flip the game for the Elder.
Yeah, essentially that is what is being said here. But also, the moment the Baron leaves, how do back to the game play? I think they just keep playing this split push out eternally.
Ooh,
as
Nature's Grasp coming over the top. Will we be able to catch a couple? And a quarter taking so much
damage.
Hooks Many back though, and Many going pretty low. Will not in full. Dead. Finally goes down as Cozy in the middle of the fight, able to slow them down. Robocop now trying to walk away, but the damage is raining in. Sisyph able to find another kill. 2 for 2 overall, and the tower still stands.
They are strong in fights that they can find these angles. If they find these angles, they can win. Denick trying to find one of those back to the game, trying to make sure this is as front to back as possible. They don't want no flanks again.
Peeling away. 6,000 on the Dragon. Jax starting to move up. Nature's Grass going to buy a bit of space as the Jax trying to close it down. In goes the Maokai. The Elder is secured, and Entropiq move forward. 2 kills already, and the Jax going to fall as well. That's 3 dead, and they secure themselves a huge buff and potentially a huge way back into this game.
And the Baron coming up in 10 seconds with 3 members of back to the game down, 2 members of them running away, and the Elder Dragon up on Entropiq. Many trying to shift that number even more in Entropiq's favor. When it comes to these groupings, when it comes to reliance on these carries, don't die now, I'm trying to praise you.
Ooh, Many in trouble. Knock off is enough though. Denick, the hate hero. Nature's Grass does collect a couple, as they are going to get a few shots onto the tower with the cannon minions, but we are going to see the Elder drop off. 45 seconds left on the Baron buff as well, and it does feel like back to the game are getting a bit more confident.
Yep, Hook. They know the Elder is down. They also
Hook gonna land, but this might be an overstep though. Accordia gonna go down. Cozy on the side with Shrode, able to get a lot of damage down and locking them in. No jump over the wall means the Jax will take down the Ezreal, and now Denick in big trouble. The other side of the fight though, also going the way back to the game. And back to the game have managed to find the big fight veteran. They swept all the members of Entropiq except for Many, and Many may not be living for much longer either. Being chased down by Sisyph and Lothan. A little bit of damage, maybe a slow could do it, but over the wall. Able to get there, Sisyph. How long before the jump? I think that it might not be enough, although the pathing of the Corki is going to cause problems, and with this stalling, they're now able to push down mid. They're looking for the end of the game. 26 seconds on multiple members. TP to hold out and bring the Tristana forward. They killed the Corki. They've killed the rest of the team. There's no one up for 15 seconds. Back to the game. It's been messy, but they're going to get game 1.
33 minutes doesn't feel like a 33-minute game. It feels more like a 40-minute one. But the moment that they killed Schroeder, you saw those pings come out on the tier 3 on mid lane. They knew they'd won it. They knew they'd taken the victory. They knew they'd taken game 1. But Entropiq, they have a lot to be confident about from that game. So then what they could be cooking up, that's just going to be the next one, and what they're going to be cooking up into the Ezreal. This is technically a point-and-click CC, but a lot on Cozy. He did get on Stroder in the final team fight of the last game, was able to kill him solo in that final clutch moment that brought back to the game towards Entropiq's Nexus. They're relying on him again.
Okay, round it out with the Ornn. I'm quite happy with the Ornn, right? I am a big fan of Ornn playing and being played. I think that it's a sentiment where obviously it sets up nicely for the team fight, right? Essentially, you have the long range engage, you have the point and click coming in from Denick, and then you have a lot of poke options coming out from Entropiq. They don't have to full commit. The only question that I have, the veteran, is it almost feels like game 1 yesterday.
It was very vulnerable with Lothan there for a potential pass by Denick and Stroder, but they let Wave move back in. Both sides now level 2. Akoda getting dangerously close to being somewhat of a champion. Remember, Alistair kind of needs all 3 abilities to be able to do stuff here. Denick feeling it, finally.
Gets the hook, the knockback is going to go through the ignite over the top. It's an easy kill secured quite simply for Entropiq. And first blood going their way.
Over on the bot lane, plays happening all over the map here. We're going to get a replay of this particular one. As wait, which one of these is the replay? The replay is the one that I'm facing right now, I guess, right?
On the main screen is the replay.
Yeah. What does off-screen mean? I've never seen the word off-screen before. Okay, that's fascinating. Okay, so we're starting off with the Sisyph play on mid lane there. There you go. That's why I was so confused. This did not look like a position for a 2v2, but Sisyph just barely able to get out of the E, get the last procs on towards Corki, but Spooky, in his zealousness, goes far too far into Sisyph and too far away from the minion wave. Not like Schroeder's heavy snowball, and you can see the starts of the snowball here as he goes over a coder who's trying to get in on Schroeder, trying to get a last little bit of peel for Lothar with his dying breath, but would all be in vain. He dies for absolutely nothing. And as we see from the repeat player, Coder is now 0-3. You can see in your off-screen, Carthus was moving bot side against Schroeder, now on 2 kills. We've talked a lot about how big Schroeder is for ENTROPIQ, but we've also talked about how this game, Cozy has to repeat what he did game 1 and control Schroeder in those big team fights. And by the way, buddy, we need some of that control to come out, preferably before 2 Barons and an Elder.
Ooh, Robocop with a lot of damage. Here comes the Requiem as well. Cozy gonna have to flash away from the Ornn, a matchup that we've seen time and time again. But here we go, talking about time and time again. Sisyph this time getting ganked once more. Many, though, should be able to secure this one this time. Denick will actually be the one to pick it up. But another bit of pressure from ENTROPIQ will put Sisyph further behind. I will say at the moment, back to the game, definitely getting caught out of tempo. I feel like ENTROPIQ very much in control of this game. Schroeder, as you said, big carry for this team, very much an important player, is already quite far ahead.
Yep. But it's not over yet, because Denick on his entrance back into bot from that mid lane, back to the game, they're fully aware of the rotation. All they learned was economy. So I just played every game to force that comp over and over again. I didn't get it every game, but I at least had some form of synergy, so I'd always hit top 4. So I was just perma-climbing. I remember because I was, what is going on top?
A lot, apparently. A lot is happening, and Robocop is going to survive. It is going to be a pickup.
A lot of his combos, they'll straight kill you from 70%, 80% HP. There's a reason why macro...
Ooh, Spooky with a lot of damage here. Brian is going to trade a little bit back, but it's not going to be enough. Corner with the headbutt to be the savior. We'll pick up the kill, so it's a 1-for-1.
That was what Schroeder was out playing on bot lane. We made a big deal of that. That was the kind of thing Akoda was trying to do, except they were trying to send him to Lothar. And here, he just sent him into the structure. Go for it. Honestly, back to the game would rather not go for it whatsoever. So I think they're fully happy to take that. Cozy, though, we said he was giving room so Denick couldn't do anything. This time, he went far too far forward. Robocop looking for something. Burns all his cooldowns.
That said they didn't want the fight, but they are going to get one. Lothar able to pop the ultimate now, looking to go aggressive here, trying to get some damage, but doesn't really have much to follow it up with, and gets taken out by Strode. And this is exactly why I said I don't think they want the fight. Kills. It's gone awfully wrong. No. And back to the game, have lost 4 members and...
Schroeder picking up more and more and more kills, and further accelerating his lead. One of the most reliable components of ENTROPIQ, a player many are looking at you now. Why do you have
this could be it though. Schroeder going down, and the shutdown over to Lothar.
You know, I was about to say stuff like many people are looking at Schroeder as like a potential new Czech representative to join the ranks that have moved into LEC even. People have thought that fun, then he just dies.
Damn. And back to the game, finding a couple successes overall.
They're finding a lot.
Denick is going to go down as well, and this could be an easy dragon. So, you know what? It looked not so good very shortly, but actually, ENTROPIQ have given over back to the game a decent amount of kills, a decent amount
of a pause until Lothar gets this. I mean, like, he's going for, like, you know when they go for that run at the end of Fellowship? That's what Lothar just did.
Oh, Lothar going to go aggressive.
Oh my god!
Spooky flashing away. Will get caught up, and Many going to be the catalyst for Lothar to be able to get that final bit of damage off. Back to the game. Starting to choose their moments pretty well.
Oh! Shazq! Okay,
Brand.
So first off, Lothar basically an assassin right now, so really in his element on the Zeri with that huge flank. Shazq picking up the cleanup underneath on the Brand. And now that opens up a potential Baron play for them. Shazq now has his flash back up. Ornn does have ultimate.
Sisyph with the TP as well. They're going to go aggressive. Schroeder in trouble this time. We talked about getting the lockdown on the Ezreal. They're already dead. And now ENTROPIQ in big trouble. The 3 versus 5 was too much to handle. The Requiem over the top will do a decent amount of damage, but it's not going to be.
Yeah, now they've realized why that's interesting. They burned Renex and TP.
Schroeder taking a lot of damage here, and actually with that blast, it could potentially be a turnaround for back to the game here, especially if Manny gets caught here. There's the knock-up, the ignite, the TP coming in as well. Many in big trouble, will go down, and a crucial pickup for back to the game.
I don't know where they started it. I don't know why that position was good. Like, if you're playing to burn the Renekton TP, I understand, but with Many's position there, it looks like you're going for a much more aggressive play than that, but at this stage, I'm not sure you're completely confident you win.
All the players haven't finished yet, though. Here goes
no
the
one on
Strode. Strode, the one you have to get onto. Brand with a lot of damage put down, but not enough to kill off the Ezreal just yet. They're hunting, the lightning gonna zap, but it's not gonna be
oh my god!
Strode able to avoid his feet, still alive. Lothern closing the distance, will finally got the kill, almost.
Tries not quite fast enough to be able to do so. A cavalcade of errors from ENTROPIQ, but bear in mind, that team fight, that successful team fight came off initial picks. That was not a straight 5-on-5 by any stretch, and yet it was still quite close! Oh my god!
2 kills for the Requiem. Cozy also getting pretty low there. Does not burn out. Used, or super well used. The effectivity of it, maybe I'm just making up words at the moment, but it wasn't very effective in that last game. Whereas this time, back to the game, trying to open up that mid tower. And it seems to be the problem for both teams in both these games. That one mid tower causing issues is right now a fight is going to be underway. Ornhorn going to be able to buy some time for ENTROPIQ. And back to the game, just not really able to get into this fight. Requiem going to force them out as well. And Stroder just happy to free fire. And so is Many as well. So
Rumble gains 1 bonus move speed when moving towards Tristana.
Ah, well, there you go.
So if you pick Rumble and Tristana together, you get move speed is the most broken stat in the game. Alright? Like, that is actually... I can agree.
It's right now, talking about broken, it is going to be Sisyph that has been broken. They are going to trade it for Denk. But is it going to be more than just the 2 of them? Spooky does have the Requiem, so I imagine this heap load of damage is going to come through. There's the knock-up as well. Stasis for Shazku will buy a bit of space, will not take the damage. Oh! The Ultra Shock through the wall. Lothern with their snipe takes out Many.
They're moving up. They're feeling really confident about this. It's
just
Lothern
going in, looking for Stroder. Will they be able to get there? Gets the ultimate off. The damage is too much to contend with. Recall it, Cozy. I don't think you're going to get there in time. Gets away. Shazku will be able to pick up the Ornn kill. Finally, Robocop will fall down. The Carthus stays alive.
Impressive play by Carthus there to get out alive, but the rest of the team is dead. By the way, are we sure this isn't just Z10 playing? Because Lothern putting on his biggest Harpoon impression, going absolutely ham. This guy in a big position to carry the game for back to the game now. Zakoda, he believes he's found
Spooky finally in trouble. This is risky. The damage though not following in, but there's the knockback, and Zakoda has done it. He's made the play that he's been waiting for. A lot of deaths in this game, but it's all worked out in the end. And Cozy now pushing the tempo. 19 seconds before Spooky is back up there, knocking on the tower door. The 3rd tower, the inhib, to potentially be picked up here. The Ornn gonna drop the Call of the Forge Core. Dakota in a bit of trouble here. Is gonna get the knockup though, and Denk gonna get absolutely removed from the game. The Ornn also taking a lot of damage. Will try and walk away, will flash out and be safe. But once again, another team fight going the way of back to the game. The 5 versus 5 has worked out so well for ENTROPIQ before. Now they're closing in as the dragon is there.
Here we go.
Maybe in a little bit of a tough situation, but Requiem gonna come through. A lot of damage burnt onto back to the game. They secured the dragon. They've got the soul point, but can they get out? Shazku dropping a lot of damage onto Many, but it's not enough. Will fall down. ENTROPIQ make a good final stand, but the Zeri is still lurking. Lothern still very dangerous. A threat.
Still have some more to add to the goddamn list. They're not going down without a fight here. They eliminate Shazku from back to the game. They're starting the Baron. They're showing that characteristic aggression that has kept Czech League of Legends alive for so long.
Lothern getting aggressive.
Back to the game, go in!
Trouble with
He's
gone! He kills him! Lothern is gone! And Sisyph is now the one that has to do a lot of the damage. Cozy walking away. ENTROPIQ find the kill. The dive a little bit too far, veteran. And they may have given all that ENTROPIQ needed. And play for the inhib and topside and maybe force ENTROPIQ back. So they're going to do this, culling over the top. Trusha Barrage going to be utilized. Many almost going down. Going to have to go back to base, and that will also be able to protect from the Renekton, keeping the push going. One inhib should be falling pretty soon. It's now ENTROPIQ trying to make their way out of this fight, but could be getting collapsed on here with the Ornn. Maybe they're just going to go forward. Shazku in a bit of a difficult predicament here. Going to drop the ultimate. A lot of damage going to go through. The tanks are burning alive.
Stroder
in the top has taken out the Carthus. Here comes the Requiem. Stroder goes down, and look at the base. Look at the base. The Renekton is ending the game.
Oh my god!
Back to the game. Have done it. They're going to go to the finals. They're going to look for the revenge on Z10 against ENTROPIQ.
Cozy had to control well, Stroder, this is how he does it. He takes out Stroder's Nexus while Stroder's trying to fight for his life in the base.